When I was young, I thought revenge was a weapon, like a stone you polished and slipped into your pocket and waited for the right moment to throw it. In high school, Don was my best friend. We did the things that best friends did in high school. We worked at the same movie theater. Don even taught me how to drive a stick shift. Don's dad, Larry, treated me just like one of his sons. When Larry was in the hospital with cancer, Don and I stayed by his side, talking all the time. If I had to name a best friend and a person I trusted, would have been Don. After high school, I met Charlene. We fell in love and got married. Way too young, way too soon. We didn't have to, but we wanted to. It was like building a house before even looking at the blueprints. Don was in our circle of friends, and at the time I was in the Navy Reserve, and I was required to go 2 weeks training duty every year. And one July, after being 2 weeks on training duty, I came home and found Don's car in my driveway. And as I entered my house, my hand on the doorknob, I hesitated, wondering what was going on. What I found out was Don had moved in with my wife, moved into my furniture, moved into my bed. The man I trusted, my best friend, with my wife. What the hell? Polished stones went into my pocket. Oddly enough, Charlene and I tried it again. We bought a house, we had 2 children, and for 4 years, things went pretty well. Then the warmth got cold. One day she told me she thought our marriage was over because she wanted to marry a man she worked with, an Air Force man. And within a month, a duty change assignment caused her and my 2 children to be 2,000 miles away. More stones in my pocket. It was a dark time. I spent many hours in the courtroom in my head. I was the guilty one. What I had done wrong. Why could I have done better? Why wasn't I good enough? My friends told me I would be okay. They told me I was a good man. I was thinking, if I'm such a good man, why am I sleeping by myself? I started seeing a counselor, a woman counselor, because I needed help, but also I needed to be sure that I could still talk to a woman. Then Charlene called me. Her new marriage wasn't working out. She wanted me to take her back. Now, originally I would have said yes, but after all the lies and after everything had gone on, I thought maybe I ought to think of truth rather than wishful thinking. So I said no. And in 4 months, when will they ever learn? In 4 months, she had married yet another Air Force guy. And his duty change had my children move to the Philippines, 8,500 miles away, gone 6 years. More polished stones into my pocket. Now, somewhere along the line, I met Pat. She couldn't erase my past, but what Pat showed me was what a true marriage, honest marriage looked like. Years passed, and all the years I had with Pat were wonderful. This went on for 20 years. And then I got a phone call. Charlie, it's Don. I need to talk to you. I'm working on a 12-step program for myself. He wanted to make amends. We talked for an hour. He had acknowledged what he had done, and he apologized. And I heard something I didn't expect to hear. I heard myself say, I forgive you. It surprised me. Not because I expected to say that, not because he deserved it, but simply because I'd grown tired of carrying those stones all those years. And I thought back to my idea about when to throw the stones. That would have been easy. The real hard part was acknowledging to myself to let them go down. Because I thought about revenge, not necessarily making someone suffer out of despite. Best revenge was building a life so full that there was no room in it for ghosts from the past. And and forgiveness isn't necessarily something you give to someone else. Sometimes forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves. Thank you.